You didn't ask, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. I have been showing a lot of properties the last, I would say, 6 months, and from price points as low as 300,000 to as high as 900,000. And I can tell you there is a trend that every single buyer has had with every single property that we are looking at, and that is updates. My buyers, again, it doesn't matter the neighborhoods, the type of house or property, or the price point that they're looking at. They all want move-in ready. They're all willing to do work, but when it came down to it and picking the house and deciding, whether to put an offer on a property or not, it always came down to, were the major mechanicals updated or did they have to fix them? Were they going to have problems with the roof and did that need to be replaced? What is the home insurance, the property insurance going to cost for this property? And carpet. And I know carpet's easy and it's cheap, but if it's dated especially, it is turning off buyers today. And I don't, I can't, it's not that I have an opinion for or against carpet. Some people love carpet, some people hate carpet, but I will tell you 9 out of 10 times, if it's carpeted, they're not gonna like it. If it's older carpet, they're definitely not gonna like it, because older carpet not only looks worn and ratty, but it usually has a smell to it. And if you shampoo it, we walked through a property today that they shampooed the carpet. And so what did that mean? The whole house smelled muggy. And, I knew right away that it meant the smell was because they shampooed the carpets, but my buyers didn't. And they thought, were there pets here? Is that moldy? Is it mildew? Like, what's going on? And I was like, no, they shampooed the carpets. So they might've had pets. But it is what it is. So if you're looking at selling, it's, of course, presentation matters. So look at, if you have carpet, see if you have it in your budget to upgrade to LVP flooring. If not, and you're going to have to shampoo those carpets to get them nice, do it weeks before you're going to list. Don't do it in the middle of listing. Do it weeks before you're going to list, because when it's first shampooed, there is this muggy smell that comes that can turn buyers off. And, there's nothing you can do to get around that. The other thing is paint, neutral paints. Please, 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 get, light white colors or the grays, not gray. We're leaning more towards beige, but you could still work with grays too, so that in between. But I would say, a white tone is always going to look the cleanest, and people can envision themselves in that the best. And again, like if that property needs updates, if your water heater, if your furnace, if your AC unit, if those things are old, haven't been maintained, and are at the end of its lifespan, it's gonna come up. It's gonna be an issue with the buyers. At least every buyer that I've worked with in the past, I would say 6 months, that's been, a deal breaker for them to even consider putting an offer on the house. So just some information for you sellers out there. Have a great day.